Do you want me to like?
Hey ladies, let me just check. Yes, it's on. Testing, 1, 2. I am here at Focal Pointe Salon. So excited because I'm about to get the what, Aurora?
We are going to be doing our head spa treatment today. So we're going to be taking a look at Katie's scalp to see what she needs, what treatments are going to be needed, and go from there.
And so what's this helpful for, just real quick?
So this is going to be for anyone with hair loss or hair thinning, any kind of psoriasis or eczema, if they have a really itchy scalp that's from either dryness or an overly oily scalp. We can pretty much help almost anyone and everyone.
Awesome. Well, this girl has some dandruff, so
that's
here
what
we
we're
go.
looking at. Ready?
All right,
Okay.
so step 1. Oops.
So this is going to be our treatment plan. So this is actually what we go ahead and take a look at when we want to figure out what treatments are going on. So this is for you.
Okay.
So there's 2 different kinds of dandruff. If you have an overly oily scalp, if you're having any kind of sensitive issues, and all of the reasons for hair loss, which are all just portions of here. And then this is how we figure out what treatment does your scalp need the most.
Gotcha.
Cool.
And then we do it. And then we do the treatment.
Yep, and then we do the treatment.
All right.
So first, this is our reference sheet. So we're gonna go ahead and use our computer and our microscope to get an up-close view of your pores and follicles and make sure that what we're looking at is the treatment that we need.
Okay, let's do that. And we'll be able to see it on this. Oh, this is cool. Okay. That is handy.
So cool, huh?
You want me to hold it?
It will.
Okay. All right, ladies. I'll show this to you when we have something to look at. Right now we don't.
So this is my microscope. This is how we get an up-close view of her pores and follicles. So there's a little bit of light in here, and that's how we kind of go ahead and get a close-up view.
This head spa thing, when we do it, it gets my hair all wet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are gonna get an entire cleanse. I'll go over exactly what'll be happening.
Whoa, I just got it dyed. Can you tell?
So what we're looking at here, oh, sorry, I don't want you.
That's okay.
So what we're kind of looking at here is going to be a light oil production, and what we're looking at is you have a little bit of clumping in the follicles, just right around, and then there's a little bit of dye on there. That's totally normal.
And
you just got it done.
I did. And speaking of that, so the spa is hair color friendly.
Absolutely.
Okay, so far what we've seen is we've got some oil and some buildup in the follicles, and then the hair dye.
And then the hair dye that we just got done. Yep. So same thing back here. We're seeing just a little bit of clogging right up in here. Light oil buildup. Nothing crazy, which is great news.
I will tell you that I did have a bit of a psoriasis issue above my hairline on my neck, in the back of my head.
Right back here? Perfect,
yeah,
so we'll take a look at that too. I was gonna ask.
I've
I
cleared
always
it
do
up.
a basic overview on everyone. We always start on the top and then we go up here, but I always ask at the very end just in case
Yeah.
there's any issues going on, so we'll take a look down there for you.
Some days it's worse than others. I do have eczema, and I just realized I got like an allergy panel done at my doctor.
No way.
And I realized that I'm allergic to like 20 foods, and since I removed those foods from my diet, I haven't had as much issue as before.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, see the red? Is that it?
Yep,
the
that
redness.
would
So
be
that's
it.
it. That's the psoriasis.
And so you've already been doing a ton on your own. You're getting all the inflammation down to a state where your scalp is handling it, so you're not getting as much oil production back here because you're drier. And so that's what the irritation that we're seeing.
Okay.
Is this what bothers you all the time?
Not as much since I got the
foods under control.
Yeah, and I haven't been eating that stuff.
So yeah, see, you can see the lines on the neckline are a little thinner, and that's also a big reason why we get it more down there.
Gotcha.
Because the actual skin is thinner, but see, we're getting a little bit of yellowing.
Yeah.
So really, I would say the biggest issue that we're seeing throughout the entire scalp is going to be oil production.
Oh, okay. And now I have really thick hair, so I wash my hair maybe once a week. Should I do it more often?
No, because scalp care and hair care go hand in hand but aren't the same.
Oh, okay.
And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of both.
Okay.
So just your normal shampoos are probably not going to be able to cleanse everything off the way that you'd want them to.
Okay.
So there is home care if you needed it that we have for just our scalp.
Okay.
But you're like right on the verge of 2 different treatments,
Oh,
if we're being quite honest.
interesting.
So what we kind of saw on our screen was a little bit of clumping, we had a little bit of yellow spots.
And that would be the psoriasis, right?
Nope, that's gonna be our oil.
Oh, okay.
Psoriasis we saw down here, we saw a little bit of redness, we saw a little bit of patchiness,
okay.
stuff like that. But you aren't in like full psoriasis anymore either. Like
Okay.
you've
Overcome it.
kind of, yeah,
Sorta.
like you have it under control. So psoriasis, like when we're actually trying to treat it, is still flaking and everything like that.
Ah, okay.
We can totally, I'm gonna put a gel down there to help soothe and make it less irritated as you go throughout the next like week. But the treatment plan, unless that's bothering you, that's why we always ask, like, is there something specific that you want to work on? And if there isn't, that's why we just look at the overall health. So if you told me that that single spot on the bottom of your neckline was bothering you 24/7, we would just be doing your scalp treatments for your psoriasis.
Okay.
We would still get a good cleanse, you still get a detox, it's still going to clear and clean out all the oil, but we're focusing on psoriasis.
Gotcha.
If you are not having psoriasis specific problems, if I'm looking at your scalp as an overall health, you're right in the between like a rebalancing treatment and our basic detox
Oh, okay.
to not only remove all the impurities and everything off your scalp, but then like the oil buildup that you're getting is starting to turn into like an overly oily scalp, and the reason being is your sebaceous glands are just hyperactive right now. And so, and it could be a portion of like leftover psoriasis, because when your scalp is irritated, it actually is like informing itself, hey, I'm itchy and it hurts and I want it to feel better, and so then your scalp will actually start making more oils to help soothe those areas. So that could be a portion of why it's like in between stages right now, because you're honestly working on it yourself with your diet and everything like that, but your scalp is still trying to catch up.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
So like I wouldn't say, like I said, you're like right in between a basic detox and this treatment.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we're gonna watch it. I think we should do a basic detox today because you're not necessarily in this realm yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because this is a little bit more intensive, and if you don't have all these things, it's not like, it's almost like putting your scalp through too much.
Okay.
Because you want to make sure you're doing the right treatment for the right condition.
Right,
So we'll have you come back in 4 weeks, and then we'll watch it. And then
Okay.
if that's still the case and we're seeing a little bit of these things, we'll do this treatment.
I get to come back in 4 weeks.
Come back in 4 weeks. So yeah, generally what we say is any kind of treatment that we're doing and seeing, it takes 4 to 6 treatments to fully rid one issue. So if you came in just for your psoriasis, it'd be 4 to 6 treatments to fully rid psoriasis forever.
Okay.
And then from there you come in like once to twice a year just for maintenance purposes.
Okay.
And that's for something very specific, which you're not there yet, you know what I mean? Which is great. We don't really, I mean,
We don't want to be there.
right, we don't want to be. Otherwise, I mean, it's just more work, more time, more effort, you know, it's all more scalp care.
Gotcha.
Which is so important because, I mean, as we're coloring and the ammonia's in different hair colors and stuff like that, you know, that's why we're getting so much scalp breakage. But 80% of women have scalp issues and only 20% do something about it because we don't know we have it.
Right.
And that's why this treatment is so cool.
Gotcha.
Because we're teaching people that it's more than just your hair. You know, they're connected, but not the same.
Right.
So that's what we're looking at. So do you want me to put it on here again so that they can see? Like, do you want to
Yeah,
hold it
that would
up?
be a good idea.
That's up to you because it's your scalp.
That's okay. You can
Okay,
look at my
I just
scalp,
want to make
people.
sure.
Okay, people, here's what she found. You see the hair dye? That's hilarious.
How cool, huh?
So you can see like at the follicles.
Yep, and on your phone it's going to be a little bit harder for them to see, but you can kind of see like the darker color spots are going to be your hair dye that's left over on the scalp, and then there's a little bit of oil buildup right around the follicles, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, and then I'll show them
The psoriasis,
yep,
yeah.
so that they can see the pinkness down here.
It's right there. You got it. She knows her way around a head, I'll just say.
So then down here you can definitely see it's much more pink.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking such good care of it that it actually does look a lot better.
I appreciate that. It's not easy to make these crazy changes.
Yep.
Yep, so right there.
Okay.
All right, and we're back for part 2. All right, take it away.
So we're starting with getting her in the bowl. We have our steam going. So that way, as we're doing our treatment, the pores and follicles are opening up.
Can we talk about the chair for just a minute?
Yeah, so as soon as you sit down, we lift your feet up and put a light massage on.
Let me
Just
show
to
you
get
what.
everything started.
Yes, and it's nice.
To get you nice and relaxed, because the less help that you give me, the more benefits you'll receive from the treatment. We're using traditional Japanese techniques to give lymphatic drainage and blood flow circulation. And so that's why it takes so long back here. Besides just like organic serums and lotions and potions that we use.
So how long does part 2 take?
So while we're back here, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes depending on what treatment you need. For ours, it'll probably be right in the middle. And then we bring you back after all of this. So we're micro-misting the scalp, opening the pores and follicles, using our traditional massage techniques. And then we bring you back, blow dry you, and get after photos. So the whole process takes about an hour.
Oh, that's not bad. And if you feel like it needs to be longer, that's fine with me.
I know, right? Because this is amazing. As soon as, once Michelle got her very first one, she goes, wait, that was it? Like, you're done? She's like, but I want to go some more. She's like, I can keep going.
Oh, heck yeah. I don't blame her. This is amazing. So when did you guys start doing this?
We
It's been a
launched
little
it
while, right?
at the end of September.
Wow.
The last week of September is when we did like our first few. We had a really intensive training class for the massage techniques because this is traditionally a Japanese treatment. And we've been doing it ever since, and it's been super busy.
Really?
Yeah, which is awesome because I'm actually the one who brought the idea in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm the one who brought it up to Brian and Michelle and was like, hey, I saw this and this is something that I think is important and we need to do it. And they made it happen.
Sweet.
So cool, huh?
Well, high five to you.
Thank you. And then do you like rose, vanilla, or citrus best?
Citrus, please.
Okay. Perfect.
I need a massage chair like this at my office.
You could just visit us more. That's
There we
okay.
go. I'll just saddle up, throw my laptop on. Good to go.
Yeah. Work here. It's almost like working from home.
Right? Only if you promise
We're
to
your
do the
fam.
scalp massage.
Right? I know. You're like, as long as we're doing
Blends
both
in
of
with
them.
what you had, but it's just more prominent now because your gray is covered.
So, and just to reiterate, this is not, this is color safe, all that kind of stuff. Or,
I honestly normally tell people to do it right before they're colored.
Oh, really?
It's not that it's not color safe. It's that it's a stripping treatment for the scalp.
Gotcha.
And so, like we had talked about, scalp care and hair care are connected but not the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we're trying to cleanse the scalp so deeply, you will get a little bit of color cleansing as well.
Okay.
That's not to say like you just colored your hair and if you colored it for grays, your grays aren't gonna pop back up. You know what I mean? Like nothing of that sort will happen ever.
Gotcha.
But you know, if you just got it done, then generally I always say like you could get a gloss or something after if you needed to, you know, if
Gotcha.
that happened.
Well, I'll
But
just
it's
leave that
it's
up to
really
you. Let me-
it's really not like crazy. But I just like to warn people,
Of course.
just in case, you know, some people are very, very conscious of it. So I always say you could always do it like right before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to turn the water on whenever you're ready.
So what? So there's a few phases of the treatment, right?
Yep, so right now we're starting with the cleanse. We are purifying everything, getting all of the dirt and oil off. And then after that, we are going to put on a cleansing gel. And that's where we use our micro-mist technology to open up the pores and follicles. And then from there we do our massage.
Oh, so this isn't even the massage yet?
This is part of it.
Oh, okay.
It's just all technique that goes into it. How's my pressure doing?
Amazing. I could use one of these every night.
When I do tell people for our basic detox, it's most similar to a facial for your scalp. That's why there's the steam and everything like that.
Gotcha.
So that's why we like to call it that. And with that being said, you can't ever do it too much, but you know, generally once a month is a good like starting point. Even for somebody who has serious scalp issues, because our stuff is organic, they could come once a week if they really wanted. But for like preferences on budgeting and stuff like that, we say that you could come once a month.
Once a month is fine. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have never felt anything like that. That like kind of cross technique or whatever you're doing. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
So this is all part of the training.
Yep, so this is all part of that Japanese ritual that we like to do. It's very traditional.
So you must have had to go to training for that or something.
We actually flew a guy in from Japan.
Whoa.
Yeah, to do our training for us.
That's amazing.
So we spent about 7 hours with him, learning everything. Not only like the way that they do it, but the reasoning behind it. And that's why it's so hard to explain to somebody. Because it's more than just a scalp treatment, specifically for them. It's very centering in all different kinds of ways, you know. And the coolest part about Japanese culture is that everything's connected. And, you know, sometimes we forget that.
Yes.
You know, so mind, body, soul, all of that together. It's always interconnected. I mean, sometimes there's a touch of ourselves, so it's nice to get it back. Totally agree. And I feel like this treatment helps with that.
Oh, that's amazing. So I have really thick hair, as you can imagine. Well, you can see, and lots of it. But you're probably going to get at least a whole head full in that bowl. It's crazy how much I
Yeah,
shed.
you have a lot of hair, just in general.
I really do. And
But you feel like you're
I
like get
lose
a lot.
Really? Yeah. But I still, I mean, I have some to spare.
Some
Don't
to
get me
spare.
wrong, but
Well, and that could be a little bit of your oil buildup
Think
that we
so?
saw. Yeah, absolutely. That is definitely depending on how much you build up. So that's why we want to watch it. Because if we're getting too many clogged follicles, that could be the reason why.
so it'll just fall out and not go back kind of thing, or?
It'll grow back. It's just a lot slower, and then if it's clogged, it's just harder for the hair to protrude through. So that's why you might feel like you're having more loss than not.
Gotcha. And so reasons for it being clogged, like hair products, stuff like that?
Yep, it could be a little bit of your hair care routine, which is why I was actually going to ask you, where do you buy your products from?
Amazon.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
So, big brands, right? Paul Mitchell, Moroccan Oil.
Moroccan oil, that's the one.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So what happens is those brands will make their products and then they sell them out to, well, they'll sell them to a salon first. So they'll go out and they'll be like $50 to $70, right? For shampoo and a conditioner. Which is terrible. And then they'll take their products back, dilute them down, and then sell them again out to like a Sephora Ultimate. So then they're like 50-50, right? So they're 50% Moroccan oil, 50% something else. Whatever that might be. They brought it back to the factory and put like just a worse shampoo in there, right?
Gotcha.
And then there's going to be everything else. So there's your Target, Walmart, Amazon, any like retail store.
Like Suave and crap like
Yep,
that.
so there's going to be your Pantene, Suave, Tresemme, any of those. So what happens is those are purely strippers. And so that is not only taking off all the dirt and oil that we don't want, but there's oil and nutrients that your hair creates and needs, and it takes everything.
Oh,
So then
dear.
your hair's just like hanging out, okay? And then the conditioner is coating your hair in a wax, silicone, or plastic.
Oh.
So then your hair's never actually receiving any moisture. So then if you hear people complain about like a really oily root and a super dry end, that's why. Because the stripping and the coating method on the hair, your hair is never getting any like nutrients or anything, you know? And so it's just here. And then that's why people get so frustrated with their styling routines and stuff like that, because you're not achieving anything. Your hair doesn't have anything to want to, really.
Gotcha. So what do you suggest?
Anything from a salon. You know, there's a lot of people out there that always want to say like, you can only buy from us or you know stuff like that. I think that's slightly irrelevant. It just needs to be from a professional place because they have professional products.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Because there's different lines. You know, there's the luxury line, which is stuff that's sold just in salons. Then there's the professional lines, which you could get from an independent like salon owner or from like a big salon. And then there's, like you said, we go down in the tiers. So then there's like the beauty retailers, right? But those aren't even like the real stuff.
That's so crazy that they do that. But I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
Well, yeah, and the packaging is slightly different. The smells will be different. It'll look different. But if you don't buy a professional one and then go buy one from there, you would never know.
You wouldn't know, exactly.
And so the reason people don't really talk about it is because they just want you to buy their stuff.
Right, right.
And my biggest thing is that it doesn't have to be our stuff. It just has to be the right stuff.
Right.
The right stuff for your hair. So for you specifically, you have a pretty medium to coarse hair strand. Your hair's fairly thick. So I would definitely recommend something moisturizing for you.
Okay.
Your hairs were dry.
Your hair is just a little dry in general right now though, just because of the shampoo that you're currently using.
Okay.
But that buildup that we saw could definitely be why.
Gotcha.
So, and that's what I tell people with products, they don't necessarily have direct correlation, but they could definitely be a reason behind, right? So like we will definitely have more buildup for you compared to somebody who's using something from a salon professional place.
Okay.
Regardless of routine, what you're eating, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's
If we're comparing apples to apples.
right, apples to apples and not apples to oranges, because you know, we took you twice, right? Like your head. Did a sample of both. That's what you can see.
Gotcha.
So.
That was, what did you just put on? That was kind of feeling
So right
interesting.
now, this is gonna be our scalp cleansing gel, and so this is where we're gonna cap you. And this is when the actual steam itself is so important. Because right now, after we put this on, so right now we're dispersing it on your scalp, making sure it's everywhere, so that we get a full deep cleanse.
Is it just my imagination or is it a little tingly?
It is a little tingly. That's gonna be that detox that you're feeling.
So you got one of these done when for
Absolutely,
training,
yes. Yeah, I've had it done once. I wish I had more time to get it done more.
right? Shoemaker's shoe, right?
I know, yep, that is exactly what I tell people. If I was getting it done, I wouldn't have time to do it for everybody else.
Exactly.
And I love doing it for everybody else. So, because honestly, what I tell people is, like, not only, kind of like we talked about earlier, right? Like, it's not only great for just the detox or just the cleanse, you know? It's more than that. And then, even more so, I mean, I've had people tell me, like, I had a lady come in one time and she was like, I feel like I have to cut all my hair off, right?
Oh, gee.
Literally, like, she was like, my hair's thin, it's fine, it's not doing anything I want it to. She goes, and I've tried everything, all the treatments, every kind of, you know, revive, therapy, you know. She goes, and I saw that you guys had this. She goes, so I wanted to try it out and give it like one one last hurrah. Pretty much is what she told me. And I was like, no, totally, I understand. I go, this is a special treatment, but I understand like where you're coming from, you know. And I was super honest, and I let her know, what we were going to be doing and everything. And so we did this exact treatment that we're doing on you. And when she was done, she almost started crying and told me that she didn't feel like she had to cut her hair off anymore.
Oh, good.
Because it felt more alive, is the word she used.
Wow.
And that's what I want to be able to give to everybody, So cool.
So the steam is on now.
Yep, so now you're capped and you have steam going. You'll be here for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then while you guys are doing that, I just clean up my stuff, make sure that we have everything ready
Okay.
for the next step.
All right. And the next step is the massage.
Yep, we have our massage and then our hydrating treatment.
So tell me what else you do here while we have the time.
So not only are we a hair salon, so we do all hair services, color, cut, extensions, the whole 9. And then our men's cutting, we do have a barber on staff, which is cool.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, we get a little bit of both. And then across from our hair side is going to be our med spa. And so then we do injectables and
Like Botox?
Yep, Botox, Dysport, and then any kind of filler. And then we also have a medical esthetician room. So we have our medical esthetician who actually used to work in a dermatologist's office, which is really, really cool. She's amazing. But she does any kind of microneedling, laser hair removal, IPL, stuff like that.
Dermaplaning?
Dermaplaning. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's the best. That makes your face feel like a baby's booty.
It's amazing.
So nice.
Yes.
So soft. And then the coolest part is the dermaplaning. It's a exfoliant, so then when you put any kind of skincare or anything on top, it really gets to soak in because there's less in the way.
Right.
Which is super cool.
I get that here. I love it.
Yep. Oh, the best. And then we do lashes too. So we have a lash artist. So we do both classic and volume sets. And then she does like basic facials and waxing and stuff like that. We only do facial waxing though. So brows, lips.
Oh, okay.
And
Not
then we
the rest of the
Nope.
stuff.
And then we laser everything else.
Oh, well, hey.
So Brazilian legs. You can do full body if you wanted. And then the cool part is about laser is it is like a permanent reduction. So you really don't have to do it forever. It's a treatment plan, and then from there it's like maintenance of kind of like we had talked about for our head spa, like once to twice a year, just make sure that we're actually making sure everything's good and gone.
Clean. Yeah.
Totally, it's all about balance. And so we want to make sure that you're still taking care of everything that needs to be.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, we all can't be perfect.
Right.
We want to be close, but
So it's like pretty much anything goes here.
pretty much, yeah, we pretty much do it all except for nails and massage, but we do have great referrals for both of those too, if that's something that you're looking for.
Oh, awesome. And where are you located?
We are located off of Scottsdale in the 101, or Mayo and Scottsdale Boulevard, right by the Mayo Clinic. And then we are in the same plaza as Whole Foods, connected to Gordon Biersch.
So pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, right off the freeway. So even for people because I've had a couple inquiries of people from Mesa or, anything like that. The drive really isn't that far, because it is all freeway. I actually used to live on the east side, so I totally know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to live off of Lindsay and University, and then Gilbert or Higley and Queen Creek.
Oh, wow.
My
So that
parents
was
lived-
deep.
Yeah, way, way south. But I moved up here last January.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you're nice and close now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, well, I'm here all the time.
So it
I
makes
practically live here. I love it, but I am here all the time. Because for me, personally, I try really hard to be as flexible for my clients as possible. I do have a lot of moms already.
Do ya?
Yeah, and I totally know that your schedules are crazy, and I want to make it as easy as possible for you guys.
Aw.
And because of that, like, I don't have any kids myself. I am dating, but like not, you know what I mean? Like,
Not
I
serious
don't have
enough
any
for that.
family, like I don't have somebody waiting on me. So for me, now is the time to be as flexible as I can for you guys,
Oh,
because
heck yeah.
you are my everything. So
Aw.
my clients are so special to me, so
Awesome. Well, you
the
can definitely
easiest we
tell.
can make that for you guys, the better.
Well, we appreciate that, especially us moms.
For sure. No, I mean, moms are the busiest. You guys definitely don't get enough credit for the job that you guys do.
Thank you.
You know?
Did you hear that, guys?
Serious. I mean, not enough credit for sure. Ooh.
Are we done?
Well, done with this.
Done with this.
So your detox is pretty much done. So then we're waiting for our steam to go back up because the temperature difference in this treatment is fairly important.
Oh.
So that's why we keep you capped until the steam is ready again.
So do you know any history about this? Like, when did the Japanese start doing it? You know any of that?
Oh, I wish. That's actually fun. I should, because I am a big research nerd. So I just know a lot about the scalp portion of it, but not the actual Japanese. Like, when did it, start and everything like that. But now that you asked me, I'm gonna look, because I really don't know. But it's been around for a while. It's actually the only other places, like, currently that it's popular. Is there's one place in LA called Blow Me Away LA, and their video is actually the one that inspired me to get it here.
Oh, really?
Yep, they did something on Pop Sugar, and it kind of circulated Facebook for a little bit.
What's Pop Sugar?
Pop Sugar is a beauty-related forum, or like they do videos, and I think they have like different kinds of newsletters and stuff like that. So like a blog maybe would be the best representation.
And it's for your industry.
But yep, it's for the beauty industry. So they talk about all things beauty, whether it's aesthetics, hair, or everything. Makeup, they do it all. And then, so they covered them. And there was a video going around of something very similar to this, but it wasn't this specific treatment. And so then when I saw the video, that's what sparked the, how do I do it? Right?
Interesting. Gotcha.
Because of course, like, I'm licensed, and so I knew that if I had all the information, I could do it.
Right.
I'm licensed to do all things hair and scalp, but I was like, where do you even figure that out,
Right.
And that's what we had to start.
Interesting. So you got some guy that, like, owns a salon over there, or what?
No, it's actually, so the machine, the steam machine that we have right now that we actually got, that company has representatives that teach this. Because generally this machine is not sold like everywhere. We had to specially get it.
Oh, okay.
And so, but this machine is specifically for these treatments. Every time we do the same rinsing ritual.
You have purple water from that dye?
No, is this smidge? Do you do it yourself?
No.
Oh, okay, you go somewhere?
Yeah.
Cool. So, it was a smidge blue. Are you doing it like, is it a blue black that you guys do?
I have no idea what she does.
Oh, she didn't tell you.
No. I just let her do her thing.
Right? You're like, just do it.
Okay, so now that that's rinsed, so what do we got next?
So now we're going to be doing our massage.
Yay!
Yep, so we start with a towel soak. And then we go in and hit the pressure points of the scalp. Some for headache, some for insomnia, some for just pressure release.
Oh, so that brings up a question.
Totally.
Could this help with that stuff?
Absolutely. So we definitely, I don't like ever say like for at least like migraines and stuff like that, I can definitely relieve pressure and I can help like reduce the like pain level. Because once I'm hitting those places, it gets better. Do you know what I mean? And then of course, like if you're doing it once a month, that would definitely be much more. It's all about how often are you doing it? Are we doing it for that? Because I always change my treatments a little bit per person depending on what they need. So if somebody specifically came in and told me they have migraines, I'll spend a little bit of extra time. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
On those pressure points.
We have
Just like a massage therapist would.
right.
When you say, hey, I'm on my feet all day, they'll maybe spend a little bit more extra time down there.
Right. We have a few ladies that have really crippling migraine problems.
Oh, absolutely. And we
Just push them
actually,
out.
No, honestly, it does. It takes you down for the count for like the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have Botox that can help with that too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, our nurse injectors are totally trained. They can totally do it to help relieve pressure from
That's
migraines.
interesting.
So for like a longer term effect, because will my head spa help? Absolutely. But is it going to be forever now? So like Botox is definitely like a longer term solution because that lasts up to 3 months.
So that, what does it do? Like just freeze something in there?
It's relaxing the muscle because all that migraines are muscles that are retracting and acting up. And so that's what like massage is doing, is help relieving those pains. But then the Botox is actually releasing the muscle.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then Botox works up to 3 months. So generally, I mean, every 3 to 4 is when we would probably say to come back. But that would be, you know, a consult with our nurse injector. She could tell you way more about that than me. But I just know she is fully trained. She has done it on people already at our spa and stuff like that. So it is a fairly popular treatment for those who are looking for relief from migraines.
That's really interesting.
I know, so cool, huh? And like that's our biggest goal here, is we want to, you know, make every woman and man, you know, feel more empowered about themselves.
Heck yeah.
Make their lives easier, because that's, you know, we all need a helping hand every once in a while.
Well, and it's so lost, I feel like, for moms, because you have this whole mom guilt thing that kind of comes into play once you have a kid, and it's
Absolutely.
like
You're like,
nothing
can
else
I
is for
even
you.
take time for
Yeah,
myself? And
yeah.
of course, like, self-care is so important, specifically for moms, in my opinion, because you don't ever make enough time for yourself.
Ever, never.
Right, and that in and of itself is a good enough reason to at least do one thing. So I always tell all of my moms, at least, there should be something, whatever that may be, once a month that you do for yourself, whether it's nails, whether it's a hair thing, you know, at least one. Because you're important too, and you're doing so much for so many other people.
Well, right. And if you're feeling depleted,
Then how could you do it for anybody else?
Exactly.
Then right under the ears here. And a little bit of that headache. Yeah, you're tight right here. Do you get migraines or headaches?
Yeah, I do.
Ah.
But I'm a busy lady. Well, and I discovered, funny thing, that once I removed some of the foods that I'm allergic to, well, all of them, that kind of started to go away.
Really?
Egg is a big one for me. Anything with egg, I light right up.
Really? That is crazy.
Which, I mean, kind of helps a little bit because I don't want to eat so many sweets anymore.
You're like, I can't.
You want some cake? We have cake.
Oh boy.
Look at
And then she comes in with the cake.
Like a full, like we had 2 big pans of cake from the
She
bridal
just
show
said
yesterday.
she can't have any eggs.
Oh, you can't have any eggs?
No.
Oh, oops.
Would love to have cake though.
Yeah?
With no eggs.
With no eggs.
Oh, no eggs?
Would you remove the egg for me, Michelle?
Take it out.
I don't know if I could do that, but I would try. For you, I would try.
I would try.
How about I just give you the frosting? Oh, I don't even know what that is.
I know, I was
Probably
gonna
has
say,
egg.
not anymore.
Right, probably. I know.
Everything has egg. It's amazing once you find out you're allergic to it and you try and remove. It's crazy.
You're like, it's in everything.
It's in everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I'm also allergic to rice. So isn't that
Really?
happy and fun? Yeah,
What?
rice. And rice is
White
also
and brown?
Everything. Anything rice. Anything. Rice flour, rice anything.
Oh my gosh.
It's the worst.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
How did it feel?
Amazing.
Right?
She's not done.
I know, but like, isn't it so awesome?
It's so awesome. That steam was really nice too. It was nice and warm.
Do you want a blankie?
Oh no, I'm good.
Usually
But,
we
yeah.
like give a blanket because it's like so relaxing. People are like, I'm just gonna like fall
Fall
asleep.
asleep.
Yep. I actually do have a lot of people that fall asleep.
Uh-huh. Well, if you want a blanket, let me know.
I will. Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So what's going on with this TV up here? There's all kinds of different things.
Yeah, so this is everything from our spa. So not only from the professionals that work here, but from our clients. If you go on Instagram and hashtag Focal Point Salon Spa, you'll show up on our screen.
Oh, cool.
So this is pretty much everything we do here. All our work, all of like client selfies,
Oh, cute.
stuff like that. Yeah, which is super fun. So it just gets you to not only, I mean, get a little bit of info on our spa, but just helps promote us and our clients.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Yeah.
I was
Then
wondering.
there's some promotional videos on there and stuff like that to talk about different services and things that we have here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like hair extensions.
I
I'm
know,
learning about
yeah.
right now.
I know. Babe's extensions are seriously the best.
Have you ever had them?
Yes. Yeah, I've had tapes with them before and I really like them. And then I've used a couple other brands before Babe. Not only just on myself, but with my clients too. And Babe's been around the longest. One of the longest. So I just feel like they kind of have like their stuff together.
They know,
in
yeah.
like the nicest way.
So you can like wash your hair normal and everything?
With extensions?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Depending on which ones, less heat is going to be required for some or others, you know. So like tapes, you don't want to put like Durati on
Oh, okay.
because they're a literal tape adhesion.
Gotcha.
So heat makes it slip.
Gotcha.
But they're the most popular because they're the fastest in and out.
Gotcha.
But they're the best for like busy moms or anything like that. I mean, I liked them because for that reason as well. Like I feel like I'm so busy, I don't have time
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, because that's the biggest thing is people go, I don't want to sit here for 5 hours.
Right.
Which I don't want you to sit here for 5 hours either.
Yeah, no kidding.
So with that being said, tapes are the fastest, not only install but removal as well. So really, we could probably get a full like set of tapes in somebody within like maybe 2 hours, and
Oh.
that's like including your wash and everything like that too.
And how long do they last?
About 8 to 12 weeks, depending on your routine with your hair and how quickly it grows. Everybody's a little different.
Right. My hair grows so fast.
Really.
So more steam.
Yep. So this is going to be our hydrating treatment. So we had talked a little bit earlier about how our treatment, not that it's not good for hair color, right? But that it does strip a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of all those things, we want to make sure that we're replenishing the hair with not only the moisture and the proteins and everything else, but just to make sure it's like revived and ready and back to be doing what it's supposed to.
Gotcha.
And so this is our hydrating treatment on your hair. So now we're giving extra love to your hair.
I like extra love.
I know. So like your scalp is detoxed, it's clean, we got everything out. And now we're taking care of the rest.
Can you see the stuff that comes out while you're rinsing and stuff?
Sometimes it just depends on how much buildup somebody has, and versus and what treatment I do. So the treatment that we did today has a clear gel, but sometimes my scalp treatments will actually be green or because they're organic, you know, so they're plant-based, and so some of them, and then so that's I'll definitely see that, right? So it depends on what the treatment consists of, and then like how built up your scalp is, really.
Gotcha.
Which is funny because that is a question that I get a lot. Like, aren't you ever grossed out, right?
Yeah.
Like from all of this. And for me, the closest representation I tell people, like, what is this like for me, right? It's like pimple popping for estheticians.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, like, not everybody loves that. I personally don't love that.
Right.
But I love this, right? See?
Right.
So I'm like, okay. Because not everybody's intrigued by this. What I think I love the most about this treatment, like I said, besides the detox, clean, and the centering and everything, is that I get to help people.
Yeah.
Much more so than just hair color.
Mhm.
You know? Like, hair color is great because I get to, like, make you feel good about yourself. And I'm changing your viewpoint of you, which is beautiful, and that's why I came into this industry. But the ability to be able to help and change like your day-to-day life, that is absolutely incredible for
Pretty
me.
phenomenal, yeah.
Right? You know, so, and I mean, it's just making things easier at home, you know, and it's more than just your one appointment today. You know, I'm doing stuff with you for you throughout the whole month, you know, stuff like that, at least for me, makes me very happy.
Totally. No, this is awesome.
So yeah, so then with your hydrating treatment, it always takes a little bit longer, just so you know. So when we're doing our scalp cleanse, it's on for about 4 to 5 minutes. And then our hydrating treatment is always on for at least 6. just to make sure that we give the hair plenty of time to replenish
Gotcha.
after our treatment.
Gotcha. So, what's the step now after this?
After this, we do our final rinse with a little bit of a cooler water
Okay.
to help close everything up. And then we have like a toner for the scalp, kind of like your facial
Okay.
toners, just to help like even everything out again. And then we bring it back and blow dry. Do
Awesome.
our after photos.
Alrighty.
So pretty quick and painless, nothing crazy. The biggest thing, I mean, like I said, people take lots of naps when they're back here. It is super relaxing.
It is. It's very relaxing. Is there anything else that we should cover that we didn't cover about this treatment, or anything that you think the moms would like to know?
I think so. I think the biggest thing is, like I said, I mean, any one treatment, we always treat everything one at a time. So, no matter what our treatment plan is going to be, it's generally every 3 to 4 weeks for each treatment, and it takes from 4 to 6 treatments per one issue to fix.
Gotcha.
So I just like to make sure people know that, like, this isn't, like, you will see a huge difference today, and it's actually, like, wow-worthy almost every single time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, the difference that you see when you get a fresh, clean scalp is amazing. Not only from photo standpoints, but from your feeling standpoint. You'll always feel the difference. But that's not to say you're going to have full-fledged results either. So when somebody is coming in for hair loss or for psoriasis, I want to make sure they understand hair does take time.
Right.
You know, we don't get a full head of hair until 5 to 7 years. Like full-fledged new whole like head of hair.
Like real hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're sticking with me for, we'll just throw out 4 months, you know what I mean? We're only going to get sproutings.
Gotcha.
And that's what I always like to make sure people know, you know, it takes time.
Right.
And every single time your scalp should be changing just a little bit, because these treatments should be normalizing your scalp so that it's the healthiest that it can be. And that's why we always like to compare it to a facial, because, you know, that's what it's all about, is normalizing, making sure everything is healthy and clean so that it can do what it already wants to be doing.
Right. It feels kind of tingly,
Yeah.
but there's nothing that's tingly on it, right? So that's
Nope.
just because it's clean.
Yep,
And
that's just the residual effect that you're feeling from the treatment.
Gotcha.
The coolest part is, I mean, for people who want to ask questions, they totally can during this treatment.
Oh,
And
yeah.
for the people that don't, and they don't want to talk to me at all, you don't have to. I always tell people, you know, do what feels right for you, because this treatment is for you. You know what I mean? Like, and whatever you need during this time, I'm so happy to give it to you, you know? Whether it's an app or it's, you know, figuring out what exactly is going on and what are we going to do about it. I have some clients who will talk to me about music while we're back here, you know, just
fun.
like their favorite bands and stuff like that. And then some people are like, no, I just want to take a nap. I'm like, that's great too. Do what you want with your time, you know?
Oh, that's cool.
So, it doesn't have to be, you know, because some people are like, oh, I don't know if I could, like, just lay back there the whole time. You know.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, it's all right.
So this is, we have a little bit of a cooler rinse.
Okay. And that
We
you
already
said-
closed your pores and follicles
Oh,
with
okay.
our steam cap.
Oh, okay.
But this is just to ensure that we're not, like, reactivating anything.
Gotcha.
That's what the toner's for as well, to pretty much just, like, seal everything in.
Gotcha. So if our moms want to get in touch with you, if they have like questions and stuff, what's the best way to do that?
They can either call the spa, so Focal Pointe's phone number is 480-563-9966.
Okay.
But I do generally get pretty busy here, so then, like, for, like, end of the day, right, like, on my Instagram, they can message me.
Okay. What's that handle?
So my handle is at Arora, ARORAS, chair, like my chair.
Oh, cute.
So, but the biggest thing is I know my name's not spelled traditional.
Oh, right.
So
No,
it's
you in it.
ARORAS and then
Gotcha.
chair.
Gotcha. Awesome. And you do DMs and they can see your work and stuff on there.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, I do have a couple of scalp photos before and after of single treatments. I do have a couple more videos if you want to get in-depth look at. And then, yeah, any questions about pricing or anything like that, they can either come in for a complimentary consult, and you can view your scalp and totally, like, you don't have to do a treatment if you don't want to, which is cool. Or they can just come in and do it same day. I do tell people it's best if you call in advance. Just to make sure we have an allotted amount of time, especially if it's something seriously that you want to look into doing. But if you just want to come in and like get a good look at your scalp and see if that's something that you want to do, you could totally just do that too.
And so, like you told me in round 1, or section 1, whatever it was, or phase 1, there's all kinds of, it depends on your scalp. So the pricing probably depends on the treatment that
Yep.
you're getting. Okay.
Absolutely. So depending if you need a basic detox versus, you know, something more serious for your psoriasis or eczema, you know, treatments can range anywhere between $80 and all the way up to $275 for our hair loss treatments. And that's including growth factors.
Gotcha.
So that's why it's a little bit more expensive. But we're creating new follicle growth with our hair loss program, which is something else entirely, which is amazing.
That is. We have some moms that I know of that have had some issues since baby having and all that jazz.
Totally. So that would definitely be, I mean, we always started you out with making sure that you've had a fresh blood test and everything like that. Because we want to make sure that your hormones and everything like that are level before we start any kind of treatments with you.
Right.
Because like I said, our spa is so, we pride ourselves on giving results. And your body's a 24-hour machine, and I'm a 1-hour machine.
Right.
So if your body's imbalanced, my treatments won't help you.
Gotcha.
So that's why we always like to make sure that you're healthy, able. It's not that our treatments will do nothing, but they just won't be like full-fledged, you know, results. We always like to keep our perspective and expectations where they need to be.
Because
For
everything's
each
connected.
treatment. Yeah, everything is connected.
Makes
And that's the point.
All right, so
Back to
round 3.
Yep, we're gonna go blow dry and then get a good look at our after photos.